All right, let's jump right into a marketing idea that might sound completely backward at first. The goal? It isn't always about getting that immediate sale. Actually, sometimes the biggest win is something else entirely. Okay, so to really get this, I've got to tell you a story. A friend of a marketer was talking about this huge global candy bar brand. You know the ones, they're at every single checkout counter. And get this, their mission wasn't to get you to buy the candy bar, but to get you to consciously say, no, I don't want it today. Wild, right? And that right there, that's what we can call the candy bar test. I mean, think about it. The last time you were in a store, you walked past literally thousands of products, right? Most of them, you didn't even see them. Your brain just filters them out. Total indifference. But if that candy bar brand can make you pause, even for a split second, and have that little debate in your head, do I want this right now? And you actively decide, nah, not today. They've already won. That's a huge victory. They broke through all that noise, all that indifference, and forced you to make a conscious choice. They've officially earned your consideration. So this whole way of thinking, putting consideration before the immediate sale, it completely changes the game. It means our old maps, our old models of the customer journey, they're pretty much obsolete. We've got to look at a new purchase funnel. And this really shows you the shift, right? The traditional funnel was so neat, linear, simple, predictable. You go from step A to B to C. But the modern funnel, it's probabilistic, it's dynamic, it's complex, it's messy. It's not about forcing someone down a straight path. It's about increasing the probability that they'll choose you when the time is right. Okay, so let's break down the first two, and honestly, the most critical parts of this new framework. This is where a lot of people get it wrong. So, phase one, awareness. It sounds so basic, right? But everything, and I mean everything, starts here. It's the foundation. Because look, if people don't even know you exist, there is a 0% chance they will ever buy from you. Simple as that. But the goal here isn't just about getting seen. It's about creating what's called mental availability. Think of it like this. You want to rent a little piece of real estate in your customer's brain so that when they have a problem your product solves, your brand just pops right into their head, automatically. So how do you do that? How do you build that mental real estate? Well, it comes down to a few key things. You need reach, for sure. You need a message that's super clear. And you need creative that actually makes people feel something. That emotional resonance is crucial. It's why channels like connected TV can be so powerful. They're just built to capture that focused attention. And this is a really important point. An impression, a view, a click, honestly, it means nothing if it doesn't leave a mark on someone's memory. The real job of awareness isn't about getting seen, it's about encoding a memory. And that brings us to the most important moment in the entire funnel. This is that magic transition where a brand goes from being just some faint memory to a real live option in someone's mind. This really nails that internal shift, doesn't it? You're taking a consumer from, I didn't even think about that brand, like it doesn't exist, to, do I want this right now? That's the leap. That's the jump from awareness to consideration, and it's everything.
Okay, so you did it. You encoded the memory. Let's talk about what happens next, in phase two, consideration.
And the objective here? It's that candy bar moment we talked about. The whole goal is to move someone from just passively seeing you to actively evaluating you. They're now weighing their options, and because of all that hard work you did in the awareness phase, boom, you're on the list. I absolutely love this quote. Consideration is a cognitive event. That sounds so academic, but what it really means is that you've made someone think, and great marketing reduces mental friction. It just makes it easier for a customer's brain to process your brand and decide if it's a good fit. It's less work for them. All right, so you've made it. You're in their head. They're considering you. But the job isn't done. Now we need to turn that maybe into a yes, and then turn that one yes into a yes again and again. And that brings us to phase three, conversion. This is the one everyone gets excited about, right? The sale. But hold on, because in this modern way of thinking, this phase comes with a massive, flashing red light warning. And here's the warning. Attributed conversions are not the same as incremental conversions. This is maybe the biggest trap in marketing today. Just because your dashboard says your ad got the last click doesn't mean your ad caused the sale. That person might have been buying anyway. You might just be taking credit for a sale that was going to happen no matter what. So, to measure your true impact, what we call incrementality, you have to start thinking like a scientist. You have to run actual experiments, things like randomized control trials, geo holdouts. These are all ways to create a control group. You need to prove that your marketing is actually causing more sales than you would have gotten without it. And that's the real job. The job isn't to claim credit, it's to measure causal impact. Your goal shouldn't be to build a pretty dashboard that makes you look good. It should be to prove, with data, that you are driving growth that literally would not exist without your efforts. Okay, and that brings us to the final phase, loyalty and expansion. Because let's be real, the journey doesn't stop after one sale. In fact, the most profitable, most sustainable growth is all about what happens after that first purchase. I mean, this is one of those fundamental truths of business, isn't it? Growth is so much more profitable when it's fueled by keeping your current customers happy than by constantly chasing new ones. Retention over acquisition. That's how you maximize lifetime value. That's how you build a brand that lasts. So we've walked through this whole modern funnel, from creating a memory all the way to fostering loyalty. So what's the big idea here? What does this all boil down to? It's this. Marketing is not about getting someone to buy today. It is about increasing the probability they buy eventually. It's a long game. Every single thing you do is about tipping the odds just a little bit more in your favor for some point in the future. So that's the new mantra, right? Strategy over vanity metrics, causality over correlation, and awareness before acquisition. It's all about building that foundation first. So I'll leave you with this question. Is your next campaign just going to hunt for a quick, cheap sale, or are you going to play the long game and win a customer for life?